In Sonus Studio One, we can activate the automation by clicking the A key on our keyboard or by clicking this breakpoint image on the top left of our screen. In this case, we can see that we are now looking at lines associated with different parameters of our track. If we've not set any automation before, you will get a blank track. You will go over here to this drop-down menu and select the parameter you'd like to automate. Once you select the parameter you'd like to automate, you click into the line and create a breakpoint and drag it to a position that you'd like. Notice that these breakpoints are sticking to our tempo grid. That is called snap. We can hold down the Shift key and click and drag and move it as freely as we'd like. So we can either avoid snap by clicking and dragging with the Shift key, or we can press the N key on our keyboard to toggle this on and off. If we solo this instrument, we'll see that our panning is now automated. We can automate other parameters of our mix by pulling down the drop-down menu and selecting volume or panning by default. Perhaps we'd like to have our snare drum on the right. And perhaps we'd like our bass drum to fade in and out. If you'd like to add effects, we can do that by adding them in the inserts portion of our console view. Or if we look at over here in our information view, our inspector view, we can find ways to add inserts as well. But by doing so, we can click the plus button, get the drop-down menu, and choose the plugin we'd like to use. For a faster way to do this, you can go over here to your browser, go down to Effects, and click into the PreSonus category of downloaded effects, and just simply drag and drop the effect you'd like to include into your track, and it appears there in front of you. We can add flanger effects and other things to make your track more interesting. If you would like to turn them on and off, you can go down into your console view at the bottom by double-clicking onto the track here. Let me click out of here and show you how to make that happen. You can double-click here, and you'll get the console view. And I'll turn off my inserts. And add them in as I'd like. As we go here, I can also automate parts of my, maybe if I add mix verb. If I'd like to automate parts of my plugins, I can go to the automation window by clicking A. Click down here to add and remove. And I will add parameters from my inserts. So it gives me a folder of my active inserts. And I'm going to go over here to my mix verb. And I'm going to go to mix and select add. Now I have a new parameter that I can automate. So in this case, I can have control over the amount of reverb in my track at once. if I'd like to add EQ to my track, you can go over here to your track on the console view, or you can go over here to the menu. The EQ is in I'm sorry. I think it's best viewable in this menu here. If we go down here to inserts, we go to plus, channel strip. Oh, it's available over here. I didn't see it over here. It's also available to the right. But if we select channel strip, it gives you the normal elements that are a part of a typical mixer channel strip, including EQ. We can adjust the parameters in terms of gain of any of these elements. We can make shelves, low shelf, high shelf, your peak and notch. To show you other kinds of compression, other kinds of low cut filters, and a global gain setting to increase the output of your track. That again is in the channel strip menu. Here also you can easily sidechain some things and do other little extra elements that are very sophisticated.